Yo, what is going on? What is going on? Randy back again here with a banger, with a banger. I don't know what episode we on. I'm actually going to check my thumbnail to see if this is episode 3 or 4. But yeah, this is trade of the week, guys. Trade of the week, episode 3 or 4. I don't know. I will check. But I just want to go over a trade on GBPJPY. I think this qualifies as the trade of the week for me. Okay, so GBPJPY, we had an interesting price action here. Okay, as you can see here, we came from a buyer's market. Okay, and then all of a sudden, price actually broke. Broke structure right here. Okay, they broke structure right there, and then they build up this liquidity here. Okay, price was not going anywhere for like 2 months. Okay, two months and a half. Okay, and then but at the end of the month, they broke up to the upside. Okay, and grabbed this order block here, this left order block, right? Okay, this is the daily time frame, by the way. Okay, so they grab this order block. Okay, as you can see, they touch as soon as they touch the 50% line, they're starting to move to the downside. So what do you know? Okay, now with the information that you have, you know that price is likely to go where? To the 161.8 area, which is, I mean, sorry, the 100% area at first, okay? Or we can just get out by this liquidity here, okay? Because you remember, this is top liquidity, this is bottom liquidity, okay? Chances are price will actually drop to here and decides to go back, to pull back a little before they go all the way down to the 161.8. Okay, so we don't know that yet, but all we know is that price is likely to go to the 100% zone right here. Okay, so now that you know that from the daily, now you know that, okay, for the week, I am selling. I'm only looking for selling positions, not buying, not buys. Okay, so now let's go to the H4 time frame to see what's going on. Okay, so H4 time frame. Let me just remove this Fibonacci to keep the charts a little bit clean. Okay, so in the H4, okay, things actually start to look a lot more clearer. Okay, so remember this was last week. Okay, I'm gonna put the red line here so we can just focus on like what happened here. Okay, but in order for us to know what was happening here, we had to look back to previous week's price action. Okay, and as you can see here, price was making higher highs. Okay, sorry. Oh crap. Okay. Higher high, higher lows. Okay. Sorry about this. I think it's command I need to press. Okay, okay, cool. Oh, sorry. Control. Okay. Higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, so market was actually in a healthy uptrend. Okay, until we got this breaker structure right here. Okay, so we got that breaker structure. Okay, and then price went back to the area responsible for that break, which is this order block here. Okay, and as you can see, this is another. You see the price action that was happening in the higher time frame is happening here as well. Okay, so this is liquidity for me. Okay, and then the push price to the upside. And then here, if you go to the lower time frame, you will see that there was a drop to the downside. Okay, so this was the previous week. The previous week you could have caught a nice sell here. Okay, and then obviously, what is this? This is a breaker structure here. That's a new breaker structure. Okay, and then we now had this order block right here. Okay, this H4 order block here. Okay, as our point of interest. Okay, so we knew that if price came all the way in here, we're going to look for our confirmations in the lower time frame in order for us to sell this market. And what would be the target? The 100% zone. Okay, and you can clearly see that price drop all the way down to that 100% zone. And let's just check how many pips. How many pips was your, yeah. So this was a 368 pip move. Like, man, one trade, 361, 68 pips. It's a lot. Okay. So now we know that, okay, you're only looking for selling positions. Okay, let's go to the H1. Let's see what's going on H1. Okay, H1. Now what you can do as well, since that order block is too big, you can actually refine it. Okay, so I will refine it to an H1 order block like that. Okay, and always place my 50% line. Okay, place my 50% line, and then boom. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so now price, sorry, price mitigated all the way back to our zone. Okay, and look how it mitigated. Okay, making higher highs. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then you see what the tap the zone, okay? The tap our 50% zone. And if you go to the lower time frame, you will know that you will see a confirmation here, okay? When we go to the lower time frame, we will look at this first leg here, okay? So you got confirmation here, price dropped, okay? But when they dropped, they just did not break. They failed to break this first zone here. This is our first obstacle, okay? This is our first obstacle. If you studied my course, you know that the first obstacle is a very it's a something very important to look out for, okay? So they tapped in the first obstacle, they failed to break it, and then they went back up for a second leg, okay? In the second leg, and we're gonna go to the lower time frame, you will see that there was a nice entry right here, okay? We would have called it a nice entry here, and then you enter right here, okay, and you stop loss probably like 27 pips for a 365 pips, okay? So now let's look at the first leg first, okay? So now that we know that, okay, now that price has step out, so I don't need to go M30. Maybe I can just jump to M15, okay? So M15, let's look at the first leg, okay? So M15, the first leg was just an engulfing like this, okay? Sometimes you can take that, okay? This is like a high risk entry, okay? Because you don't, there's no strong sign of sellers, okay? All you see is just this engulfing right here, okay? It's not enough for me to sell, okay? So when I see something like this, I wouldn't even do that, okay? I'll go to the M5 to have something a lot more clear, okay? And as you can see here, there was nothing clear really, okay? Except for maybe you would have taken the trend line break here, okay? You could have taken the trend line break here, stop loss above here, okay? And then you would have targeted the low, okay, the 100% zone. But remember the first obstacle, okay? Price got in the first obstacle. Obviously, you lock your position, okay? When they come back like this, they stop you out, but no problem, okay? You see here, they came here, they struggled, okay, and then they started building this uptrend again, okay. This does not mean that they have U-turn. For as long as they don't break the zone, okay, your bias still stay a seller, okay. You're not buying until they break here to close above. Okay, sometimes they might even close above just to trap you, just to confuse you, and then they build your pattern, and then that's when they eventually drop. Okay, so look at your boom, 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 and then they went for the second leg. Okay, let's go to the M5 to see those are something clear. Okay, see market going up. Okay, but a higher high, higher low. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. They failed to make a high, and then they broke the low. That's your entry. Okay, that tells you the opposition is in, sells are in. You can put your stop loss here to be safe, but if you're aggressive, you can just place it above like that. Okay, so this is your entry. Stop loss is like 27 pips, or if you want to be safe, 44 pips. Okay, and then you go back to the H4 for target. Okay, you go back to H4 for target. Okay, target for this trade was the 100% zone. Okay, 373 pips if you entered like that. Okay, 373 pips. Okay, and that was in one day. One day, like this was a very aggressive drop, and I traded USD JPY. I didn't catch an entry on GBPJPY because I was at the gym. Okay, but I mean, you see, guys, if you understand, if you know what you're doing, like these things will become very easy to catch. Like they won't be confusing at all. Like you will know what to do when these things come. Okay, it's all about just reading price action, knowing when to enter, when to exit. Okay, so now that we know that, okay, we hit the 100% zone. Now, what do you think I'm expecting? I'm looking for price to hit what? The 161.8 zone. Okay, the 161.8 zone. And look at where the 161.8 zone is. The 161.8 zone is in confluence with this low point here. Okay, with this low point, it's around this region. Okay, which is a very important area to get up. Okay, because when price gets here, they might decide to maybe go back up again a little before the move drop to happen. Okay, but we know that overall we are actually looking for a 161.8 zone from this higher time frame, from the daily time frame. Okay, we're looking for the touch of the 161.8 here, or at least this 100% zone. Okay, so very, very important, guys. I hope you guys understand this breakdown. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have an amazing week, guys. So that was the trade of the week. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe and join the free Discord. I mean, it has been a lot quiet these days because I decided to focus on like funded accounts, and I'm not really on Discord that much, but I'll try my best to keep uploading to upload a lot more content on YouTube. Okay. So guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next week. Cheers.